Mush. What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to MSM Everyday. We're going old school today, guys. An old MSM on the road type video. We're going to tour an RV resort, and this might quite possibly be my favorite RV resort ever. I know that sounds crazy, and the guys who watch my other channel probably already know the reason, but that's not actually the only reason. But nonetheless, let's take a tour. Let's not ignore the fact that the rental golf carts have freaking rims and lift kits on them. That's freaking awesome. But yes, this is one that we rented, and there was no premium for this awesome golf cart. It's just kind of standard with all the golf carts that they rent out here. Alright guys, so here we are inside the check-in area. First off, check-in area is super freaking nice. Like right when you walk in, it doesn't feel like your typical RV park. It definitely has that resort type feel. Huge area with great merch. Actually, the merch is actually really cheap. We didn't pack well for this trip. We thought it was going to be kind of hot. It was super freaking cold, so we had to come in here and buy a bunch of sweaters and stuff. But like right now, like 40% off that rack. Anyways, make sure you check out the merch because they got great merch and it's very, very fair when it comes to price. They have some groceries and stuff over here, candy, things like that. And then they have a little pizza place and like a little dining area. So one thing to note whenever you come out here is there is not a grocery store anywhere even near the vicinity. It's like 20, 30 miles away. So you want to make sure you pack heavy on groceries whenever you come out. But if you need something, they have like the bare essentials back there. We didn't even go to that water park. We're about to go to that water park now and check it out. It was right there on the borderline of hot enough and too cold to go swimming. But nonetheless, let's go check it out. So there is the entrance to the RV resort. There's a sign, Great Escapes RV Resorts. And then that is the area we just went in. That's like the front office area. Then you kind of go into the resort that way. However, if you look to the left, right when you drive in, is this huge water park thing. Again, we didn't spend any time here. I don't think we really saw very many people here. I did see some people like the first day, but like the hottest it got was maybe 85, but it got cold really quick right after that. But a whole bunch of cool things. This RV, I mean, this pool, little water area would be great if you had little ones. Even my kids. I mean, my kids are 11 and 13. They'd probably have a blast here, but beautiful little water park here just in the front. And this isn't the only pool. This is one of the 4 pools, if you don't include that cool section with the blow-ups in the pond. But yes, super cool, super nice little water area. I did see where you could rent cabanas. Needless to say, they weren't a really hot commodity this weekend. Lots of sitting area. So yeah, I could imagine in the summer this part is packed and a lot of fun. All right, moving on. We're driving in. The crappy thing about these big old tires on this golf cart, when it's wet, it throws water all inside here. But yes, that's where we first went in. Water park back there. And then on the left here, oh my God, I just went through all the water. On the left here are all the cabins. They have a whole bunch of cabins surrounded. We saw a lot of families in the cabins. These are pretty much full at the beginning of the weekend. So the park is gonna be extremely vacant right now. Here's some more back-in RV spots because it's actually Tuesday. So we got here Friday over the weekend. Needless to say, this place was packed. Now it's all cleared out. You see all the golf carts over there. It's because they're charging them, all of them. They're not gas-powered golf carts, they're electric golf carts. Looks like here's like a bigger, nicer cabin you can rent. Ooh, it's kind of windy. And then out here, when you drive out straight in, you can go to the right here, which is a dirt road, and we'll go down this road here in a second. And down that dirt road leads to a pond where I guess you could go fishing. I didn't see anyone fish. There was a lot of moss and stuff like that, but I bet you there are fish in there. But there's a really nice pond. We'll go out there in a second. But right here is where I left all my dignity, guys. This right here, whoa. This right here is called a Whibbit. And basically it's like a obstacle course, an inflatable obstacle course on a pond. But they let grown-ups on this thing, and guys, I just found out how much I am not in shape. The cool thing is it's huge, and there's a whole bunch of really cool things to do on it. The not so cool thing, but I totally understand, is it's not included with the price of the stay and the resort fee, so it is $15 per session, and each session is an hour. I will say that we didn't even do our full session because we were so exhausted. It's definitely worth it. I am super happy we did it. Me and the boys is probably the most fun thing we did this whole weekend, and that's saying a lot because we did a whole bunch of fun things this past weekend. All right, there's the Whibbit over there. We are gonna go, I'm gonna take you down this road just so you can see what's at the very end because it is pretty cool. It's pretty nice. We watched a couple of sunsets out here, so I'll show you what's at the end. Alright, so here's the end of this little trail. It kind of hooks around and goes out to this little peninsula right there, which you can drive the golf cart out there and hang out there. There's a little picnic table out there, and there's also one right here, but this was a nice little spot to watch the sunset. And again, you could do fishing over here. I saw a lot of families out here just kind of hanging out and skipping stones and things like that. But it's definitely cool because you kind of get that nature feel. Like if you just want to get that nature feel where you're away from everything, you can come out here. And you can't even really see the RV resort back there, but it is a nice little escape. Oh, that makes sense. Great escapes. But it is a nice little escape from the RV resort if you just want to get away from everything. All right, quick recap. We drove in from there. We drove out here. We saw the Whibbit. We went down that road. Now we're going to turn left into the actual RV resort, which you guys are going to love. So as you drive in, over here, a whole bunch of RV spots. These are pull-through spots, but they don't have a fire pit and they're not paved, but they're still super nice. And then there's more RV spots over here and within these trees. I'll say that it's actually better. I know the premium spots sound better because they have other things like it's paved and fire pits. However, this area was way more happening in the area we're in, which we'll go to later. But there was a whole bunch of kids, a whole bunch of families in here, and it was like a big party in here. So if you're coming out here for a weekend and just want to have a good time, definitely stay in this front section where there's not all the cool amenities, just raw freaking RV spots, because it was way more happening in here. And then on here, over here on the right, they have that big old air up pillow, which we're seeing a lot of RV parks start doing that. And the kids love it. That thing is always busy. It's not busy right now because the place is extremely vacant, but that thing was packed like crazy. Back there is like a water balloon, and there's actually people back there, like a water balloon launching area. That little section right there is a human foosball, which is really cool. Back behind all that, kind of back in that area right there, is a dog park, which we didn't bring my dogs, which is sad. This big screen right here is a big outdoor movie screen, so they did do movies outdoor at night this past weekend. I think they watched Hocus Pocus one night. I'm not sure what they did the other night. Right there, Gaga Pit. My sons love the Gaga Pit. There, over there, is probably the single most amazing thing that I've seen at an RV resort, which we'll go there in a second. But over here on the left, they have a whole bunch of like playground things. They have a merry-go-round back there. Where is it? Where'd it go? And I'm saying that because my kids have never been on a merry-go-round. Let's just drive up in here. We ain't scared. My kids have never been on a merry-go-round. They didn't know what it was all about. I threw them on there and spun them around, and they were just like freaking out. They've had so much fun, and they felt like they were gonna throw up because I spun them super fast. But there's a merry-go-round playground. Again, these are RV spots right here. So if you stayed in this area, all this was in the middle. This was like perfect for kids if you have an RV. Oh my God. Right there is like a stage, which we'll go see that stage here in a little bit. And then they have a basketball court, which I wanted to play basketball, but we didn't because there's just so many other things. All right, let's go see my favorite part. As we're making it out to my favorite spot, I totally forgot about this. They do have horseshoes. Me and my sons did play horseshoes a little bit this past weekend. We both found out that, or we all found out that we are not, golly, it's bumpy, that we are not good at horseshoes. But here it is, guys. They have an RC track in the resort, on the property, which is freaking awesome. They have a nice driver stand. I didn't even notice this, but there's a whole bunch of plugs there if you want to charge your batteries. But look at this track. Nothing crazy, but it was just fun enough. It's super dusty and loamy, which I'm going to kind of geek out on RC real quick because I am an RC YouTuber. But yeah, it's super loamy, so you can like drift around these corners and hit these berms, and then there's a little jump here. We had so much fun on this RC track. I brought a whole bunch of RC cars. We shot reviews. It was freaking awesome. But yes, this is a major soft spot for me. The fact that they have an RC track makes me really like this RV resort. Okay, back here, you see these cars and like little obstacles and things like that. This is actually a laser tag area, which we didn't play laser tag, but you can play laser tag. They have like rental laser tag things, and they have sessions where they do laser tag, which I bet would have been really fun. All right, so we just came from there. There's the laser tag area. This is the activity center. And then this little thing right here kind of drove around. It drove around every morning and afternoon, had loud music playing, and kids were in the back and just having a good time. It's pretty cool. I know my grandkids would just absolutely love this thing, but my actual kids are a little too big for it, so we didn't really ride on that thing. Here's the activity center. The activity center is actually huge, and they do like arts and crafts. They had pumpkin carving. They made ornaments, they did ceramics, all different types of cool stuff. Things that you would see at like a Jellystone, they do all here. See this big thing right here? It's like a ride thing. They did like a water parade where they were spraying water at people, but also this loaded people up and took them out to the haunted house. Yes, there was a haunted house on site, which was pretty freaking cool. We had so much fun. I think it was only open Saturday, but yes, there was a haunted house. Right here, this area, you guys have probably recognized this if you've seen one of those before. It's a gem mining area. I'm not talking about that van there. Let's see if we can pull up without getting too wet here. There you go. Yeah, gem mining. See? Then you can get these little things like little sifters. I think that's what they call them. And then you can just go mining. And yeah, the water running, which it's a lot of fun. I recommend you at least try it once if you haven't done it before. We didn't do it this time, but we have done it before, and it is a lot of fun. All right, so quick recap. That's where we came from. There's all the RV spots, the fun RV spots. There's more cabins over here, and then we're gonna head back. Oh yeah, there's more cabins right here too. And then we're gonna head back there where we're staying at, which are the premium sites. We'll check those out. I also appreciate the decor they put. Decor. Did I say that right? I guess I said it right, but they put for the Halloween like theme. I think that's really cool. It just gives you that fun feel, you know. We're heading back this way because I got to show you something back there that we spent a lot of our time at. I would say more than I ever thought we would, and we actually might do it again before we leave. We're turning up in here. This is actually an RV spot, so you could take this spot, which is nice. They have grills, they just don't have fire pits. Back here is an 18-hole miniature golf course. And yes, this golf course was actually a lot of fun. This mini golf course had a whole bunch of cool holes where things drop down, a whole bunch of different elevation. It was well maintained. They have these cool decorations in the middle of them. We love this area. We seriously played maybe 5 times this past week or this past 4 days. So much fun. But yeah, 18 holes. Over here on the right, more playgrounds. This little area, I don't know what this is. Maybe like a little festive area also, or like an activities area. But yeah, playgrounds, cabins, miniature golf. All right, we're driving out of the area over there where the miniature golf was. This was the haunted house, which they had this thing decorated. Actually, I kind of spoiled that, but this is the haunted house. Over here on the right are there's 3 pools here. Which is really cool. I guess one is an adult pool. We never really went out here again because of the weather. It wasn't the best for swimming, but there are 3 pools, a little splash pad back here. But if you don't want all the crazy commotion of the other pool that has a whole bunch of water guns and stuff like that, you can come out here, which these pools were nice and never super packed. All right, more cabins over here on the left. And then here is the area where the premium RV spots are. And as you can see, there's barely anyone here. But the premium RV spots, I say they're paved. They have kind of the rocks there. See how it's relatively level. It's not perfectly level. We did have to level out a little bit. But they have a paved area, like a picnic area. And then you also get a fire pit, which we did use our fire pit several times. And they have pull-through spots and back-in spots. But this area was just, I think Melissa booked this area because she wanted it to be a little bit quieter. She wanted to be away from all the crazy commotion. Well, we stayed in the very back, but back here was a lot of people who live here, and I think they live here, they work here. Really nice RVs or fifth wheels. Super nice people, but it was nice and quiet. We loved where we stayed because it was kind of, we could get away from all the commotion. You definitely need a golf cart if you stay out this far because you are away from everything. A little pond there. I didn't really see anyone fishing there, and there's a lot of moss, but this field behind our RV was freaking awesome. We played football back here. It was always well maintained. They always had people picking up trash and mowing the grass. There weren't like a lot of ants and stuff out here, but this field was awesome. We set up a hammock back there and just hung out. Here's where we're actually staying right there. So we had to pull through, and then this thing kind of loops around. But essentially that is the Great Escapes RV Resort in a nutshell. That was the whole thing. It is big. I definitely recommend you get a golf cart if you come out here because there is a lot. So I'm about to tell you why this is my favorite spot. And I'm sorry I'll wait till the very end, but there's a reason why this place edges out Jellystone for me. This is the end of the premium spots. There's where all the premium spots are up there. All right, so the reason why this is better than Jellystone. So before we came here, Jellystone was probably our favorite RV resort. This one's better because they're not as strict. Like at Jellystone, if you're going anywhere past half throttle in the golf carts, they're gonna come after you, say you're speeding. There's always a marshal that's going around patrolling everything and kind of cracking the whip, which is good, right? Because there's not as much ruckus and people causing trouble. But there's not one here, and no one was causing trouble here. And because there was not really someone that was really cracking the whip all the time, we were able to get in the golf cart, drive our RC cars around. When the workers saw us, they thought it was great. They smiled, they waved. They just let us be. We weren't causing any trouble, and they let us be. But they're way more lenient out here, and I felt like we had a little more freedom. At Jellystone, it was kind of really strict, and I didn't really like that feel. So for me, with all the amenities, you get all the amenities of a Jellystone, you get all the activities of a Jellystone, and then you get the kind of laid back and leniency that you miss from a Jellystone to be able to just do what you want. It was so great. We drove so many RC cars that night. We didn't have to worry about it. And yeah, you weren't ever scared you were speeding or gonna get in trouble. It was awesome. The other thing we really like about this spot is it's just west of Fort Worth, which is not that far from our place. So we live in the DFW area, and we live a little bit north of DFW. This is a little west of everything, the DFW area. So it's not that far, but because it's not that far, it's not hard to travel out here. But also we can invite our family, friends, and relatives and things like that out here. It's not that far of a drive. They can enjoy the RV feel, the park, the resort, and then head home. So the grandkids can come out here, which was a big thing for us. Whenever we go super far, they can't. So we love the location, and you definitely had that vacation camping feel out here because it is far enough away from everything where you're kind of secluded, which is nice. So there it is, guys. Great Escapes RV Resort in Perrin, Texas. Another side note, the Wi-Fi is good here. That's obviously a big thing for us. We're always working on the road and shooting videos, uploading video. I could upload video here, which is great, but yeah, we had a great time. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. You guys will see us next time. Later, guys.